Hello and welcome to Factorio. I am Deozaan and we are continuing right where we left off. Steel processing is about to finish researching. We just got our... oh, there we go. Next, I think... what is it? I need this. Okay, so this is red, which means I can't get it yet. There's an unresearched prerequisite, so I have to get electronics before I can get automation too. So that's next on my list. Well, maybe I should get optics, so I can make lights, so it's not so dark at nighttime. 30, 80. Alright, that'll give me some time to automate red science, I guess. Alright. What's next? I think I'm going to do something. Green chips or red science? Green chips or red science? I'm gonna go with green chips. Up or down? I'm gonna go with down. So I gotta clear out all these trees. Well, yeah, I'm gonna clear out some of these trees. I'll clear out more later when it's faster. Alright, but I do need more of those. And I'm just gonna vacuum up all of this iron. Looks like we have enough iron ore coming in to support a couple more of these. Come on, there we go. Okay. So, this iron belt is going to come here, this copper belt is going to come here, and I want, let's see, copper, coils, green chips, and copper in, more copper in later, and iron in later. Okay, so that should be enough room. Nice, I can start making lights. Right. Okay, so let's start putting this down. So to make green chips, it needs 1 iron plate and 3 copper cables. So this can make copper cables, basically the ratio of how fast these can be produced is such that if you can make 3 assembling machines making copper cables, that can feed 2 green circuits. And then green circuits will need iron in and green circuits out. And this is why we ghost the bus, so you can tell where you need to put spaces. And this one will just go next to the steel. The steel's gonna run actually the steel needs that. Okay. Copper. And iron. Yeah, the copper needs to branch off here. I need more iron. And I'm going to need more belts. And we're running low on iron ore. How are we doing on power? Okay, still producing. We've got full power satisfaction, but we're getting up there at peak requirements, like in the 75–80%. So it's probably getting close to time to consider adding some more power. So that's what I'll do. Of course, I have to wait until all this other stuff finishes. So while I'm waiting for that, it's time to come back to here. Right, and again, just temporarily, since this is the iron bus, I'm not going to worry about splitting it off and using underground belts and stuff. I'm just going to temporarily send it straight down. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, and it's nighttime, so I should probably start using lights. That's the sentence I was trying to finish. Using lights. Light there should be good once I get power to it. And of course, now that I got power to it, it's daytime, so you don't need lights. Alright, the only thing we're missing now, so far, is iron in, and then green circuits out. And there we go, we're making green circuits. Woohoo! And I can actually mirror this design. Oh, but now that we're doing this, we probably need power. Still getting close. Take care of that while I'm waiting to make these other things. So the reason I use burner inserters is, and I don't know if this is a good reason, but it is a reason. Sometimes you may not realize it, but you start building your factory so large that you run out of electricity. And when you run out of electricity, your electric mining drills stop mining the coal as fast. And when they stop mining the coal as fast, or actually, not even that, when you run out of electricity, your inserters, your electric inserters, they can't insert anything because they don't have power. So the burner inserters will always be able to put the coal into the boilers to make electricity as long as there's enough coal. But the problem I alluded to before is sometimes when you start running out of electricity, your electric miners slow down while they're low on power and eventually stop when they're out of power, which means you don't get coal anymore. So you still kind of can end up with problems where you run out. There, that should help a little, sort of. Okay, we got green chips. Got some steel. Now it's time to work on red science. Oh yeah. But first I wanted to... I'm not actually going to build this, I'm just going to map it out. Plan it out. And normally I don't really like building on top of resources. But in this case, especially because it's coal and there's a bunch right around it, 217k doesn't seem like a whole lot when there's 5.1 million right next to it. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, 5.1, 5.2 million. This can be ignored right here. But it would have a very similar copper in, another copper in, oops, and then eventually maybe green chips out. And yeah, that's actually a good point. Don't need to worry about that yet. Okay, red science. Where should I put the red science? I think I'll put it up here. Maybe on this one I will move a bit farther down the line on the other side of this. Seems like a lot of wasted space right here though. Oh well. Space is something I have a lot of on an infinite map. So yeah. Alright. Copper. Trees. Alright. And remember how I fed that iron ore directly into the green chips? Yeah. That's one thing about this game is anytime you think, oh, it's just temporary, I'll fix it later, you almost always regret it almost immediately. Not really, but eventually you'll regret it. Okay. Lights. Need some lights. Can't see anything. Need more iron. Alright, so one thing that I like to do, eventually when I start producing a lot of this, there's a trick where if you have the inserters place the contents on an underground belt, the entrance or exit, then instead of, well, okay, so normally, I can't do stuff and talk at the same time. Normally, when they're putting things on a belt, if it's already full, they'll just sit there with their hand over it and not drop it onto the full belt because it's full and there's no room for what they're trying to put there. But if you have them try to place it onto an underground belt, then everything on the belt before where they're trying to drop it will wait while they drop it. So this actually allows them to put it down faster, which isn't something I need to be concerned about right now because I'm just not producing that much. but later on it will be something to think about. Alright, so I moved, and now that I've done that, I can move the power lines in the middle to power them all at once, and I have room for lights. And of course, now that I finally got the lights made, it's daytime. I don't need them anymore. I should stop getting distracted like that. Let's get a couple more of these going, because we need more iron. More iron. It's kind of the motto of this game. Well, this game has a few mottos. One of them might be more iron. One of them might be more everything. I think the real motto of this game is automate all the things. Alright. Let's get the red science packs going. So for need more iron. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Oh yeah, and another thing I like to do, once I switch to this, is set up an inserter, inserting the iron into a chest. That way I don't have to steal it from the belt every time. I can, well, I mean, it's stealing from the belt, but in degrees, a little at a time, instead of vacuuming up the whole belt. And so when I run out of iron, I can come back and maybe this will have something significant in it. In the meantime, I need about 5 of those for now. Oh yeah, and I don't like making green chips, because they take a long time. Okay, finally, maybe. We'll see. We'll get started and see what happens. Make room for the bus. And that should be pretty much all I need to be concerned about for now. And then just give myself some extra room. That's a bit more than I usually do, but I don't know, I find myself later on always wishing I had expanded out more and not tried to be so compressed, not tried to cram so much in, so I'm giving myself a lot of extra space this time. So, I need gear wheels and potions. So, the potion takes 5 seconds to create, but again, these only operate at half speed. It shows there over the right crafting speed 0.5, so they actually take 10 seconds to create. This thing can create a gear wheel every half of a second, so every second it will create 1. So this can make enough gears to supply actually 10 of these. So, and then since it takes 5 seconds, I'm not going to keep saying 10 seconds and stuff like that because of the crafting speed, because eventually I'll upgrade these so they will be operating at a speed of 1 or higher. So anyway, just going by the ratios of how long it takes, 5 seconds. I basically want to have 1 per second, so that's why I have 5 of these, and that'll be enough. So I need gear wheels and copper. So I'm going to have this insert the gears onto the belt. The inserters will place things on the far side of the belt. So this side of the belt, the left side of the belt, I'm going to have gear wheels, and the right side of the belt, I'm going to have copper. So by doing it like this, it will only put it on the right side of the belt. If I didn't have that one there, then it would just be a corner, and both sides of the copper would be going to both sides of this belt. So I need to get iron up to here. I think I'll just do that on this side. And I need a splitter. Whoops, splitter. But for now, I'll just do that. Okay. And I need power. Let me get some power in the bus. Of course, as soon as I get power up here so I can put down some lights, it's daytime again. Okay, well, power. So that'll start producing gears. That's slow enough, taking them off the belt, that I may want that for now. Anyway, so I'm going to load up. No, I'll do it this way. Because I may want to expand this out later to make more red potions. And when I do, then this one will be grouped to the one right next to it. Like this. That way they go in twos. But for now, don't need to worry about that. Alright, and then when they're done making the red potions, same kind of idea. They will put them out on that belt. And some lights for when it's dark. Okay, and again, just temporarily, I'm just going to have, oops, I'm just going to feed, well, okay, should probably have done this first. I'm going to start more science, or make more labs to research faster. And again, temporarily, just going to feed it directly to the lab right off of the red science, red potion assemblies, just for the time being. My labs will move later, and the setup I'm using right now will change later. Okay. Guess I didn't need this belt to be so long. Alright, so now research should start going much faster. And in fact, I could probably do Let's go with more. Green circuits, green chips. The bane. Alright. Alright, well, we got green chips and red potions, red science. Just in time. Probably want to get green science automated, and then start thinking about oil. So, in preparation for that, I'm going to research fluid handling. Okay, and that is probably good enough for this video. Yeah, I think we'll end it here, and next time I will work on, I'd like to get green science automated, but I may need to do more iron plates and things like that, maybe even more copper eventually, but we'll see where it goes. The goal will be green science, but we may need some other things along the way for next time. So, thanks for joining, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.